Greetings, good evening. Wanted to kind of do something different here. Usually I get on and I share updates about my lip gloss looks interesting. Anyways. Usually I go on here and I show updates on what's going on with me concerning my health. I kind of wanted to do something different and kind of share some things that I've learned. In this particular topic, I'm going to talk about three things that I've learned traveling with dialysis or traveling on dialysis. And so the first thing is how important having stable electricity. I can't tell you how important that is. So on PD treatment, I've shared before, and also pause, I do not own the rights to this music playing. So just want to say that. I know everybody, all the YouTubers, influencers say that. So I just want to say that, don't want to go to jail or anything. Facebook jail. Anyways, so I can't explain how much stable electricity is important. So PD home treatment is done at home, and electricity is important because your machine is hooked up to an outlet. It's hooked up to it uses electricity. So, there is a manual way to do dialysis, but you would need to be up for between 6 and 7 hours to do that. And so home PD home treatment, I do mine at night and it takes about 9 hours. And so if I'm not already prepared to do it manually during the day, then I have to do it at night. So it's important when you're traveling to make sure wherever you're going, that you have stable electricity and it's not sketchy. You're not in a sketchy area. And make sure that if you're staying with somebody, that they paid the bill. Okay. So just a quick little sidebar story. For my birthday, it was my first time leaving my house and doing dialysis. So it was my first time traveling and doing dialysis. I didn't travel out of the city. So I stayed in Sacramento, but I was at a hotel. And so I still had to pack as if I was traveling. So I packed on myself, we got there, whatever. So we had finished our night and we were at the hotel and I start setting up my machine, get it all set up, and then an alarm goes off. And this sounds like a fire alarm. And so I'm like, this cannot be real. This cannot be happening right now. I just finished setting up my machine. I just want to start my treatment and go to sleep. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so they're over the intercom talking about, we're handling this. We're trying to figure out what's going on. The alarms kept going for at least a good 30 minutes. So this whole time I'm panicking, like not super panicking, but just like, I didn't hook up or anything, because the thing is, if I have to hook up, I would have to disconnect, I would have to stop the treatment, disconnect, which is a whole process within itself. And then if they told us to evacuate, then I'll have to do all that. So I was like, I'm not going to hook up until they say over the intercom, this is handled. So I'm waiting the 30 minutes and finally they say, this is handled, whatever, it was a false alarm, whatever. So then I hook up. So that's just a funny story of just you just never know with other places outside of your home how things are going to roll, and just kind of being prepared for that. And so, yeah, that's number one. Number two is important, is time management. Okay. If I'm looking over here, it's because I have notes because I'm official now. Oh, I'm just fun. So time management is very, very, very important. Like I said, the PD treatment, mine is about 9 hours, give or take a few minutes. And so the thing about that is, if you go somewhere, especially if you're not going by yourself, like you're traveling with family or friends, the agenda for the day kind of, at least for you personally, depends on when you need to get up in the next morning. So, for example, I recently went to Santa Cruz for a friend's birthday. Shout out to April Wright. Turn up. Anyway, so I went to Santa Cruz and we had kind of a loose agenda. It wasn't like anything strict. So it was fine. It wasn't an issue, but we had to be back in Sacramento by, I'm trying to remember what time, by at least 4 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, at least 4 o'clock. And so Santa Cruz to Sacramento, I think, takes about 2.5 hours, but it was a Sunday. And so there's Sunday traffic from people traveling back to Sacramento. And so we were anticipating that there might be traffic, which could extend the time to maybe possibly up to 4 hours. So we're kind of planning to try and leave between 10 and 11, no later than that. And so, but the previous night, we're having fun and stuff like that. It's her birthday, walking around town, eating out, stuff like that. And so we're having fun. And, for me, it's like communicating to the other group, like, I have to be back at the hotel to start my treatment so that we can leave on time, or else, we might be leaving later. So like just kind of working that into the schedule and just communicating that to the people you're with. If you're traveling with people, that, this is how your schedule has to go, not necessarily that they have to abide by it or anything like that, because maybe it's something where you could just go back to the hotel or whatever the case. But just communicating that you need this sufficient time to do your treatment and be able to leave on time in the morning. So that was something that I learned. The next thing I learned, and this is kind of just how I roll and how most women roll when they pack, is in case you didn't know, women generally do not pack exactly what they need. Okay. For instance, clothes. Okay. If we're staying 2 nights, we are not packing 2 pajamas and 2 outfits. We are packing at the minimum 4 outfits for the 2 days. Okay. For options. And don't let it be like we're going to different functions. Then we got to have at least 2 or 3 outfits for each function. Okay. So that's not what I want to talk about, but just taking preventative measures as far as like packing is concerned. So just packing thoroughly. So for instance, I don't know, because I started dialysis in the middle of the pandemic, I don't know if wearing a mask is the normal thing for PD treatment, but that's just how I was taught, and that's what I still do. So for instance, packing extra masks or packing extra dialysis solution, and just packing thoroughly, just making sure that you have more than what you need. So for instance, if I only need 2 bags of dialysis solution, I'm not only packing 2 bags. I'm going to pack at least 4. And just specifically for that is because sometimes the bags are leaking. And if the bags are leaking, or if there's some type of puncture or something, or the liquid doesn't look right, or it's expired, then I can't use that bag. And so let's just say I only pack 2 bags and one of the bags I cannot use. I can't do my dialysis treatment with 1 bag. I actually need 3 bags. So like, let's just say one of them are punctured, then I just won't be doing my dialysis that night. And that's not really an option for me. So it's just important to like plan ahead for things like that. You don't want to get somewhere. I mean, unless you're in a space where you live down the street, or, you can just go right back home and get an extra bag or get what you need, or go to a store and get what you need. But let's just say you're somewhere cross country or somewhere far where, whatever you have is what you have. You want to make sure that you have enough items. So that's something that I do generally, even before dialysis. Like, just I would pack extra panties. Like, you never know. Hey. And so just even more doing that for as a dialysis patient. It's just making sure that you're planning ahead for those things. Also, just so those are the three things. Like I said, stable electricity, just making sure that you have that, time management, and taking preventive measures. Sorry. And I wanted to share this other thing because, and it's not really funny. I don't even know why I laughed. So just something that over the years, it's not even just me on dialysis, just over the years in life. I don't know what it is with me in traveling, but you can ask pretty much every person I've traveled with. I am that person that gets sick every time I travel. There's always something wrong. Stomach hurting, throwing up, headache. One time I got vertigo, blisters on my feet, hard to walk, cankles, just anything you could think about. There's always something going on with me when I'm traveling. Always. Always. Okay, there hasn't been a time where I've been rushed to the hospital, nothing like that, but there's just always something with me going on, okay? So I've always had that kind of on my back of just kind of like, not that anybody's made me feel bad about it, just I've always been that person that's felt bad, that I'm the person that's like having to be accommodated for. And so I've always kind of had that on me and just always been like, you know, I don't want to mess everybody's fun, but I kind of need to go back to the hotel, or I kind of need to sit down for a couple minutes or something like that, or I'm not feeling well, like, can we leave or can I leave? You guys can stay, kind of like that. It's always been kind of like that usually. And so with dialysis, God was like, oh, okay, yeah, you worried about it now? Oh, just wait to travel with people with your own dialysis. Just wait. Anyway, so I would say the last trip that I went on, obviously I'm on dialysis, and so just not a fun fact, but just a fact is towards the end of the day, Lord, this is supposed to be a 3-minute video. I'm sorry. I just be talking. Help me, Lord. One day I'll learn. Anyways, at the end of the day, I have built up fluid in my body, right? So the purpose of dialysis is to soak up all the toxins. And then you release them at night during the PD treatment. So because my kidneys don't work, they're not releasing toxins. So that's what the dialysis is for. So I have liquid in my body during the day. That liquid's job is to soak up the toxins in my body. So it's like a sponge. And so my dry weight is what they call it, is my weight without any fluid in my body. But I have fluid in my body. And then when it soaks up all the toxins in my body, that's more weight. So throughout the day, basically, I'm like gaining water weight throughout the day. So for instance, just a quick example, in the morning, could drink some water, go to the gym, I'm feeling fine. If I went to the gym at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, it's not going to be as easy for me to work out than it is in the morning when I'm fresh and the toxins haven't, like the dialysis hasn't, soaked up any toxins. So going on this last trip, I was fine for most of the day. I mean, I can't run marathons. I can't be walking for like hours and hours. So I'm not in that type of shape, just for many reasons, not just dialysis reasons. So I was pretty fine. But at night was just, I couldn't explain it. And also I didn't want to really go into it because it was not my day. It wasn't my time. Like, It was my friend's birthday. Shout out to April again. Hey. It was my friend's birthday. It was her time. And that's the thing I wanted to share, is that when you're traveling with somebody else, you don't want to be a burden. And so that's something that I deal with. And it's like, if I'm not feeling well, I try to eliminate myself from things, but still make it clear that I'm okay with you guys still having fun. I've reached my limit, you know? And so the thing is, a lot of people want to keep, you know, be inclusive and include me. And I'm like, listen, I understand. I understand that you want me there. I understand, but I am hurting. I am suffering in this very moment, and I need to go sit down somewhere, or I need to lay down somewhere. Like, so I was in a very bad shape at nighttime. And we were walking around and stuff, and I was just like, I really need to go back to the hotel. I just really need to go back to the hotel. I can't keep doing this. And so it's hard. I will be honest with you. It is hard to try and relate to people. I am okay with you continuing to walk around the town and have fun and stuff. I just can't do it anymore. And so it's kind of hard because people want you to have fun. And it's like, I am having fun. I also don't want to go get rushed to the hospital because I just pass out down here. So I'm just going to listen to my body. And like, so it's kind of harder to travel with people when they don't really understand what's actually happening. And I'm one of those people that I can have a smile on my face. I can, you know, kind of mirror other people and stuff and be hurting inside. I can do that. I also can show you exactly how I feel with my face. Like, I also have done that too, plenty of times. But like, for the sake of the culture of, you know, just my surroundings or the vibe of the group, I will try and keep a straight face. So that part is not easy to balance, because then you want to have fun too. Like, and then it's like, oh, like, I just can't, like, I've done what I could do for today. So, you know, it can be challenging, that part, just like balancing your limits and trying to have fun and trying to be young. Like, I'm still young, okay? Listen, I'm young and single. So it is like, you know, a little bit challenging when you like, listen, I know it's only 9 o'clock, but I got to lay down, okay? I got to lay down. So anyways, like I said, that was only supposed to be a 3-minute video. I'm getting better, guys. My last video, maybe not the very last video, but the video before that was like 30 minutes. I'm trying to do better, y'all. Y'all keep praying for me, because I know y'all ain't trying to hear me for no long time. So next video, I'm going to try and even do less, okay? But anyways, so that's what I wanted to get on here and share with you guys. Just those things about traveling on dialysis. But anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. It is way late. This is the latest video I've ever done. It is about 10:15. Okay. But if you would like to follow me and hear more updates and just more things about being on dialysis and just my health in general, you can follow me on Instagram at Bearing Blessings, which is BEARING Blessings. You can also follow me on YouTube at Bearing Blessings, BEARING Blessings. If you want to follow me on Facebook, it's just my name, BRITTNII Johnson. All right, you guys, till next time, peace out.